Hello, thank you for joining me today on Minding Your Life with Dr. Blessing. I have a very good topic that I was sent to that I really wanted to discuss today. And that topic is about decluttering. I was asked, and I've actually had this talked about in different times and arenas in the past, and I wanted to talk about it today. What does it mean to declutter your life, your space, and what's going on in your life? When I talk about this, I want people to look at different areas of their lives and really consider really what areas that needs to be decluttered. We have a lot of things that are constantly going on with us, and as we go through life, a lot of times we're collecting things in our lives that sometimes take up a lot of space, especially things that are no longer serving us in a right way, in a healthy way. And in some ways, for some people, it continues to inform how they continue to live their lives, and a lot of times it will be in a way that is not healthy for them. So I always say it is important to take some time to do an assessment of what is in your space, what is in your life, even the people that are in your life and the things that you're involved with, to see what are some of the things that might be playing a part, of people that might be playing a part in you feeling stuck, in you feeling like you're not moving forward, in you feeling like you're bogged down by a lot. And sometimes being able to clean out some of those issues and areas and things in your life might really play a big part in you moving forward more. So let's start with the easiest one we tend to talk about, your space. What does it mean to be able to, have your space decluttered? I remember a long time ago when I was in college, I had this couch that I've had for such a long time. I mean, it's gotten to a place, and some of you that went to school with me, especially my roommates, can remember a couple of the couches we've had that, we're fun, but I will leave it at that. But there was this specific couch that I had for such a long time. And I remember, as a college student, I'm on my own. I didn't have very much, but I had this couch that I will not let go for a while. And I remember one day I had someone very near and dear to me visiting, and he said to me, "You need to let go. It's time to put this couch out and get something better." And there's something that person said to me. Yes, they wanted me to get rid of that couch, which it was way overdue. But there was something that they said that I've never forgotten. The person said, "You never know. Sometimes you need to let go of certain things to open up the space for bigger and better to come into your life, for things that you truly need to come into your life." And sometimes we have those couches that are taking up space that makes it impossible for us to get something better. And it's interesting because within a week of me getting rid of that couch, I was able to be blessed with better furniture. And but aside from that, I think what I was trying to get to is the fact that by letting go of certain things, it allows you to move forward. It allows you to really take stock of what is in your space, especially things that are getting in the way. So by decluttering, I know some of you, in your closet, you have things that have been sitting there for, a long time that should not be there because it is not serving you right anymore. And sometimes we have things in our homes that are not serving us right anymore, but they clutter the space. They take a lot. It takes you a while to clean up your home. It takes you a while to get your space organized the way it's supposed to. We have different cultures, that have things that are talked about in terms of how you put your space together and what that means in terms of opening up to life and to light and to, your life, to fortune and other things. So, but think about it. Take a look at your space and really consider, are there certain things that are hindering you, that are getting in the way of you getting to where you need to be, of you moving forward, of you doing things in your life that those things are getting in the way of. And sometimes it can be difficult to let go. I'm going to talk a little bit later about what that really means in terms of our relationship with others and certain things. But really take a look, because sometimes we have more than what we're supposed to have in our space that, and especially those things that are no longer working for you. And you never know, when you put it out, when you let go, it might become a blessing for other people. Sometimes we donate things, to other people around us or to the charity that becomes a blessing for other people. So take a look in your home, take a look in your closet, take a look in your space to see, are there things, first of all, that do not serve you right anymore that you need to let go, so that you can keep moving forward. But also you can use it as a blessing for other people. And so maybe make a pile. What are certain things that you may have to keep? What are certain things that you may have to give away or have a garage sale? Hey, you never know, that blessing might come in in terms of money, or things that you need to donate. But really take some time to go through what you have in your home to see, are there things that you need to let go so that you can make the space that you need, so that you can, I've had some people clean out certain areas of their home so that they can actually really sit down and start doing more work to, things that they've been planning, but things in their home have kind of taken up the space. So look around you, declutter, because that's a way of letting go. And there's certain things you might be holding on to. You might be holding on to that you should not. You know what I'm talking about. So maybe it's time to allow yourself to let go. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. You will have those better things that you need, things that work for you in your life today start coming in. But let go of some of those things that for some reason you're still holding on to. And by doing this decluttering, you might also realize that some of the things you're holding on to might require you to go to a professional that can truly help you get through whatever it is that is making you hold on to those things. So that's about your space. It's very important. Look at your workplace, look in your home. I just recently started cleaning out. This is my home office, and it's changed a little bit, because doing some of my work here got me to start moving things around. But also I started to realize there's a lot of things that I have put in here because I didn't use it a lot that I had to let go. And it really opened up this place for me and made it into a place that, and I'm still a work in progress. So I'm looking forward to really getting it to what I need to get it to, and other spaces in my home. So and sometimes when we're going through certain processes or going through certain changes, we take that time to also clean out our spaces and our lives. The next part I wanted to quickly talk about is, after cleaning up what's going on in your space, also look at what's going on in your life. Maybe your health is also something you need to declutter. I know I'm using that word declutter, but it's also in terms of really taking an assessment of what is happening in terms of your health, your physical health, and remember, I talk about sleep, I talk about how you eat, I talk about your hydration, and I talk about what you breathe in. All those things are important to really look at. So sometimes it might be certain habits or certain things that are going on in your life that you really need to work on, so that you can let go of certain things that have kept those things in your life in certain ways, especially when they're not working in the right way, in the healthy way that it's supposed to for you. We also look at decluttering in terms of really seeing what's going on in your general health. Maybe it's time that you need to go see a professional or someone, your healthcare professional, who can help you figure out some of the things that are going on in terms of your health, so that you can get it together. You go through it. I always say, just shush through some of those things, so that then you can figure out what you need to focus on to start getting your health, your different aspects of health, your spiritual health, your financial health, and so many other things on the right track. But sometimes there are certain things we need to let go and, fuss through and to be able to stop being stuck and start moving forward. Lastly, in terms of what I want to talk about today in terms of decluttering, because there's so many things we can talk about in terms of decluttering, but I really wanted to touch on these 3 areas. People in your life, things that are going on in your life, where you are today. Sometimes there are relationships that we are part of. It can be intimate relationship, it can be in family, it can be friends, it can be just different areas of relationships, it can be even in work, that we have kept those relationships in our lives, and it is in a place now where it is keeping us stuck. It is keeping us not moving. It is keeping us on a cycle that is very unhealthy for us. It is keeping us from us truly being ourselves, and it is cluttering our lives and our minds and our spirit and our energy in a way that we are not living truly the way we are supposed to. It is time to really become intentional about that and really take some look in terms of what you need to let go. Think about it. We have a lot of trees that, and a lot of natural things that go through a process of shedding, of letting go, of falling off at a certain time. Excuse me. That if I have a couple of trees in front of my house that really go through the process of shedding. When fall comes, the leaves literally, in fact, one of the trees, practically all the leaves on that tree, and it's lined up on my street. They have it practically every home here has one in front of them. During the spring, before that, in fall, all the leaves have the fall color, beautiful, and then they shed. My kids love to clean it up, put it together, and start jumping into it. So excuse me, we have a lot of that, but I always think about it in terms of, for what's going to happen next to happen, the tree has gotten what it needed from those leaves and barks and all that, and some of them have been really great, work really well for the tree. Some of them have not, some of them have just been there, and some of them have been dead or not working well. But at a certain time, the colors change and then they are shed. The tree lets go of those leaves, lets go of everything, and like I said, the one in front of my house literally lets go of every leaf on it. But then after that, it goes through the process of new leaves coming out. It goes through that, and when they come out, it is beautiful and green and amazing. And then when spring comes, we have this beautiful white flowers, and in some of the streets it is the purple ones that we get, and some of them are like light purple, and you go all over our city, you will see them, and they're just amazing and beautiful. I've had times in my street it is all white, the flowers that that comes out of these trees, and I love just standing on one corner and looking down the street and just seeing how beautiful they are. And it's interesting because that will not happen if the tree doesn't let go of all the leaves that it had in the past. So sometimes it is important for us to let go of certain relationships that have either become toxic, especially toxic relationships. There are certain relationships we work on changing, on making better, but there is also certain relationships that have become so toxic that they are poisoning us. So it's time, be mindful about going through that to realize what relationships and what people in your life that you have to let go, because they are pretty much like quicksand. You are sinking faster and faster the more you relate to them. And then there are some, like I said, some of them you can work on, but then the ones that you need to let go and declutter. And I know it's a very hard thing for a lot of us because of different issues that are tied to that. Sometimes it might be family members, and it's really hard to let go of family members or put the kind of boundaries that you need. But a lot of times it is very, very important for us to do what matters, because at the end of the day, it's about your life growing and you becoming who you truly need to be, and for you to heal if there's been things that have happened in your lives, and for you to keep growing, because the more you grow, the more you be the true you and get better, the more you're able to do for others. So it's time to really take some time and go through your life to see what needs to be decluttered. It can be people, it can be behaviors, it can be trauma that you've been through, it can be stressful situations, things that keep you stressed, unhealthy, that keeps you stuck, that keeps you unhappy, that keeps you from truly becoming who you need to be, that keeps your spirit being dampened, that keeps you not connected to your higher power, that keeps you from having healthier relationships with the people that truly matter. It's time to declutter. It's time to let go. Some of you are able to do this on your own. Take some time and work through this and be intentional about it. And it is okay that you have to be able to go through. And for some of us, it might be very difficult to do it on your own, especially if you don't know how to do it or what that means. Again, I encourage you to go see a professional who can help you work through these things. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to hearing more from a lot of you. Again, give me topics. Don't forget to subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and if you're not, go on YouTube, find me Minding Your Life with Dr. Blessing, and subscribe, because I'm going to be having videos come up. And like I said, I need to hear from you. I need topics that we can continue to talk about. And as time continues, I'm going to bring other professionals who can talk about different things that you would like to hear about. So once again, declutter. Take care of you. Stay well. Stay healthy. And I'll see you and talk with you next time. Take care.